The narcissist has no personality. As you go through the healing journey and you get through the pain and the part of missing the narcissist that you think you're feeling, you get perspective and you realize that the gripping pain is more about the loss in your life. Not the loss of that being or those beings, but the loss of a dream. The narcissist's whole modus operandi is to identify as early as possible what their limited, weak, dumb perception sees as what you want. Obviously, there was an allure of some kind, whether it be a physical attraction or the person's status or financial well-being or the person's need for help and your desire to assist. Whatever the initial attraction was, they got your attention. Once they get your attention, their next goal is to pick up on as many signals as you drop so that they can concoct a version of what you view as perfection. Your ideal image of a girlfriend, which will turn into a wife, or a boyfriend, which will turn into a husband, or a friend that will turn into a bestie, or an ideal child, or a lovely, amazing mother, or a wonderful father, etc. Fill in the blank. The creature then projects the behaviors that their demonic viewpoint sees as having the ability to hook you, a la The Mask. At the truth of the thing, the narcissist is a vacant, empty vessel with nothing to offer. All of the things that the creature showed you were manufactured, none of it genuine, and worse, none of it about you. Their entire lives are built on various versions of what I've just described to match and mimic all of the people that they've met throughout life. They have no core. They have no inner self. There's no seed within them that grows and blossoms into their own individual blueprint of a self. And so every version that they project into the world is contingent upon whoever's receiving that projection. This is why it is so easy for the narcissistic psychopath to disengage from their family members, from their air quote friends, from their air quote spouse or children. You know, when you talk to victims of this diabolical disorder, one of the things that is universal is bewilderment. All of the people who are impacted by a narcissist are left in such a state of confusion, pearl clutching. Many are going, how did this happen? How could she pick up and just leave our life, our family, our children, our home? How could he disconnect from everything that we've built for all of these years? Okay. Once you understand narcissism and you understand the demonic tie, it becomes so easy to accept how and why it happened. If an individual is fake, there is no emotional tie. They were not giving of themselves because they have no self to give. So whilst you and the other victims attached, whether it be your children, other family members, friends, your community, whatever, while all of you were genuinely attached to this being, the being was never attached to you at any point. No matter how much they did on the outside, no matter how much affection that they pretended, no matter how much they gave in terms of material things, there was never an emotional or psychological tie to anything or anybody. So when there's no connection, it is easy to disengage. Think about yourself and think about things. There's things in all of even in the highly empathic person, there are things that matter greatly, and there are things that we're indifferent about, or even go as far as saying don't really care about, but we do for whatever reason, right? When it's time to disengage from that thing, how difficult is it? The thing that you don't care too much about. It's difficult to disengage from things that matter, but it's not difficult to disengage from things that don't. Even more true for the narcissist. The creature's attraction to you, what makes you a mark, is that highly empathic element. And the fact that the narcissist, since childhood, has learned how to identify authentic people. The narcissist is extremely envious and jealous of what they can't have and could never be. And when they look at a human being who has genuine feelings, emotions, excitement, sadness, despair, elation, these are emotions that the narcissist can't comprehend cognitively and will never feel. And when they identify these traits in an individual, they know that there's an inroad to manipulate. So the entire attraction to you, the draw to you, and what makes them ratchet up the abuse is the thing that makes you beautiful and great. They are drawn to greatness. They are drawn to intelligence, to physical beauty, to financial and business acumen, to people who are capable, people who are high in conscientiousness and have genuine, authentic, deep love. Most individuals, whether highly empathic, narcissistic, or in between, are attracted to these energies. The narcissist, however, sees these character traits as an opportunity to boost themselves. The narcissist lives on a play-by-play life cycle. Each interaction and relationship is focused on what is going to get the narcissist to the next step, whatever the next step is, depending on where the narcissist is in their, in their stage of life when they come into contact with whomever the victim is. The narcissist is looking for the next step. The narcissist is not thinking about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, the way that you are. They're not planning a future of love and sacrifice and abundance and, God's glory and all of these wonderful things. The narcissist is thinking about their own survival, and that's it. They don't care who or what becomes a casualty of the interaction with them. And they are attracted to you because they see you as an opportunity for them. Nothing to do with you. Every single act of kindness was pretend. Affection, fake. Intimacy, complete fabrication. Understanding these elements are important for your healing journey. Why? Because when it comes to letting go of that creature, you must understand that the perception you had of that relationship is inaccurate on its face. You were genuine. You were real. The other creature was not. And they put on a show in order for you to fulfill their script. And I understand that this is nuanced and a bit complicated, and it may be harsh to accept, but you must understand this as a part of cutting the psychological, emotional, and spiritual cord with the entity that you thought you had in your life. You're not missing the narcissist. You're not even missing the possibility of what you could have had with that narcissist. You're missing elements of what you want in your life, which that creature played a role in emitting to you as a script. What you're actually going for is the authentic version of what that creature projected. And what you actually want is not even fully fathomed by you yet. That's the greatest part about it. Because what you want can happen for you in ways that you haven't cognitively even figured out yet, because it's an experience, it's a vibe. And if you heal from this, if you do the internal work, because that's what this is really about. This is about you. And if you do the internal work, you will manifest the people, places, and things beyond your imagination.